Hello again. Thank you for joining us on these videos about the shows and what you need to do to audition. Oh my gosh, I didn't know they were there. They're trolls, if you didn't know. I think I better take a moment and shoo them away because they're not very friendly to human beings. Whew, that's better. Now we're in Norway, where the story East of the Sun, West of the Moon, based on a book, takes place. And East of the Sun, West of the Moon is a very old folk tale, along the lines of all the folk tales any culture has. The nice thing about this story is we have a female hero. She goes off and saves the day. So you might, when you read the story, get the feeling of kind of a Sleeping Beauty thing, but it's the man, the prince, and he's turned into a bear by the trolls that we saw earlier. Maybe not those, they look kind of friendly, but the trolls of these early stories. And she, Tova, goes and saves him. And she goes through an adventure with the winds taking her to this land called East of the Sun, West of the Moon. And if you look it up, it's a really interesting idea of the end of the world, where things kind of are foggy and shady. Well, in this story, that's where the trolls reside. And he is taken there, and she goes and saves him. So this story is a theater for all audiences, but I would say in the category of theater for young audiences. It is also a play with music, and so there'll be singing, which is really fun. And so that's why you have to do a 16 bars for your audition. So just a little bit what I'm looking for. But before we do, let's change our background. Just a moment. So this is an example of East of the Sun and West of the Moon. What I'm looking for in this play is a lot of what you'll hear from Nathaniel, and that is, I'm really looking for truth. It is a play with music, and it's for audiences of all ages, but it also is a combination of comedy and drama. Tina Howe, the playwright, who happens to be a friend of NAU Theater, and is a very quirky writer, and you're going to see in her story that there's a lot of humor and some sarcasm and some physical humor, but it's also a poignant story, a poignant romance and love story, and about human endurance, which we probably know a lot more than we did about that subject from a year ago, all of us. But it's about enduring those things for a passion, for a reason, for a goal. And so there is the main character, Tova, and there's the prince slash bear. There's a lot of other roles that will play more than one character. So it's important that I'm looking for transformation, and so is Nathaniel. We also are dealing with some archetypes, because in any mythology there are archetypes. So again, another similarity between the two productions for the fall. So again, I'm looking for truth, honesty. I'm looking for archetypes, that you're able to play this innately human characteristic. I'm also looking for the ability to be comedic as well as have this poignant drama and to be honest in that. And we're also looking for some physicality. One of our challenges this year is how do we direct and remain socially distanced or to keep everybody safe? How do we stage a show with that in mind? And I've got some really cool ideas. I know Tova is going to need to move. You might call it like dance-like, but it's not necessarily dance, but some kind of abstract movement and the ability to use your body. I'm also looking for voices and transformation of not just physicality, but voices. for example, the four winds might, I don't know, we haven't really gotten into the design yet, but might be voiceovers. If they are, we need some kind of voice. But even then, if they're in person, we need to have transformation. So what can you do vocally, and what can you do physically? So there's a lot of things that I'm looking for. Oh, and the servants in the show are tertiary characters that will have other roles as well, that they need to be like the acrobats and gymnasts. So luckily we have a former gymnast choreographer on our faculty, Miss Rebecca, Professora, and you will you will have the expert there. So that's going to be a lot of fun. So there's a lot in this show. It's about a 90-minute show, and it does ask for a lot. So that is East of the Sun, West of the Moon. If you have any questions, please reach out to me or by email, and we can set up a Zoom, or we can talk on phone. You might also reach out to our stage manager, Alexis Ramirez, who will have something on the call board, but also you can email her and we'll get that information out to everybody, both stage managers, information out to everybody once classes actually begin. So again, take this time, prepare. These are two great shows where you're really going to have a lot of fun, no matter what the actual presentation to an audience is. There will be an audience, and we're very excited. So next up in this video, you will see Nathaniel talking about what he's looking for with Clue. Thank you, everybody.
Oh, hello there. So, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about Clue and what I'll be looking for Clue. So, Clue is a farce, very big, broad comedy with stock characters. Really, all of them are pretty much stock characters. So, I'm going to be looking, of course, for comedic ability. And for those of you who took my advanced contemporary class last semester, you know that comedy comes from truth and embodying the truth in these larger than life circumstances. So I'm going to be looking for you being able to play the truth of the circumstances, the truth of the circumstances. Don't play for the joke. Don't play for the comedy. Play for the truth. And also, I'm going to be looking for actors who can embody a stock character, a very archetypal archetype of a character, and do it in a truthful way. And that's where the comedy comes from, is seeing someone play someone, but it's so believable, and that's what's going to make it so funny, is the believability of these characters, because these characters are larger than life. So those are the primary things I'm going to be looking for. In Clue, of course, having fun, because comedy should be fun, and so that you're having fun with it. You're playing the truth. You're embodying a full character and a characterization. I want to see you transform into someone. That's all I got. Thanks.
Thanks for joining us on these videos. Please reach out if you have any questions. See you on August 12th.